Once they called him the Freak, a pitcher with mechanics so unique, so unpredictable, that hitters didn't know what was coming until it was too late. With every pitch, he had the power to make MLB's best look completely helpless at the plate. Tim Lincecum wasn't just good, he was electric, captivating fans and striking fear in opponents. He seemed destined for eternal greatness, back-to-back Cy Young Awards. A central figure in 3 World Series titles for the San Francisco Giants, and yet, in the blink of an eye, it was all gone. His dominance vanished as quickly as it had arrived. This is the story of Tim Lincecum, the Freak. Timothy Leroy Lincecum was born on June 15, 1984, in Bellevue, Washington. From a very young age, baseball was everything to him. His father, Chris Lincecum, had been a pitcher himself, and he became the mastermind behind Tim's unusual but devastating delivery. Unlike most kids who tried to copy traditional mechanics, Tim's father encouraged him to use his whole body, his stride, his hips, his torque, to make up for his smaller frame. At just 5 feet 11 inches and 170 pounds, Tim didn't look like a future MLB ace, but what he lacked in size, he made up for with whip-like power and mechanics that defied convention. Doubts about his frame followed him throughout childhood. Scouts, coaches, and opponents wondered if a pitcher so small could really dominate at higher levels, but Tim thrived on proving them wrong. At Liberty Senior High School, he led his team to a state championship, was named Washington State Player of the Year in 2003, and began drawing serious attention. His fastball wasn't just hard, it was sneaky, exploding late on hitters. And his breaking stuff was already sharper than most kids his age. When the Chicago Cubs drafted him in the 48th round, Tim passed, betting on himself and choosing the University of Washington. That gamble paid off. With the Huskies, he was nothing short of legendary. By the time he left, he was the program's all-time strikeout leader, and in 2006 he won the Golden Spikes Award, given to the best college baseball player in America. Scouts knew this wasn't just another undersized pitcher, this was a phenomenon. In the 2006 MLB draft, the San Francisco Giants selected Lincecum 10th overall. Some organizations were scared off by his frame and violent mechanics, but the Giants saw what others didn't. They gave him a then franchise record $2 million signing bonus, and almost immediately he proved them right. In the minors, he was unhittable. In only 13 games between high A and double A, he posted a 1.01 ERA and 104 strikeouts in 63.2 innings. Those are video game numbers. Fans and scouts were in awe, and the Giants had no choice but to call him up. On May 6, 2007, Lincecum made his MLB debut against the Philadelphia Phillies. He gave up 5 runs, but the flashes of greatness were undeniable. He struck out hitters with ease, his fastball touching 99 miles per hour, paired with a filthy changeup and a hammer curveball. By the end of his rookie season, he had 150 strikeouts in 146 innings. The league was on notice. 2008 was the breakout. Lincecum became the most electrifying pitcher in baseball. He went 18-5, posted a 2.62 ERA, and led the league with 265 strikeouts. At just 24 years old, he was named an All-Star and won his first Cy Young Award, the youngest pitcher in Giants history to do so, but he wasn't done. In 2009, he went 15-7 with a 2.48 ERA and 261 strikeouts, winning another Cy Young, back-to-back. Only a handful of pitchers in history had done it, legends like Sandy Koufax, Pedro Martinez, and Greg Maddux. Now, Tim Lincecum's name was right there with them. What made him so special? His delivery. Unlike conventional pitchers, Tim used every ounce of energy his body could generate. His long stride, his torque, and his whip-like arm action created explosive velocity despite his size. Hitters couldn't pick up the ball until it was too late. His mechanics looked like they shouldn't work, but they did, and they made him untouchable. From 2008 to 2011, Lincecum was the ace of a staff that turned the Giants into a dynasty. In 2010, he helped lead San Francisco to its first World Series championship since 1954. In Game 1 of the World Series, he faced off against Rangers ace Cliff Lee, a matchup hyped as a pitcher's duel. Tim struck out 10 in 8 innings, overpowering Texas and setting the tone for the series. Earlier in the postseason, in the NLDS against the Braves, he delivered one of the greatest starts in playoff history, a 2-hit, 14-strikeout complete game. That night, he wasn't just pitching, he was making history. Fans knew when October came, Tim "the Freak" Lincecum was the guy you wanted on the mound. He followed it up in 2012 with another World Series run. Though his regular season was shaky, he reinvented himself as a reliever in the postseason, shutting down opponents and helping the Giants capture another title. By 2014, though no longer the ace he once was, he was still part of the team's third championship in 5 years. 3 rings, 2 Cy Youngs, multiple All-Star selections, a peak unlike almost anyone in modern baseball. But greatness in baseball is fragile. By 2012, cracks began to show. His fastball velocity dipped from 95 to 92 miles per hour, then to just 90 by 2013. Hitters adjusted. They stopped chasing his pitches out of the zone. Forced to throw strikes, he became hittable. His ERA ballooned to over 5.00 in 2012, and he led the league in losses. Yet even in decline, the flashes of brilliance were there. On July 13, 2013, Lincecum threw a no-hitter against the Padres, striking out 13. Less than a year later, on June 25, 2014, he did it again. Another no-hitter against San Diego. He became the first pitcher in Giants history with multiple no-hitters. Those nights reminded fans of what he once was, pure dominance. But his career with San Francisco ended in 2015 after posting a 4.13 ERA and undergoing hip surgery. In 2016, the Los Angeles Angels gave him one last shot. Sadly, the magic was gone. In 9 games, he posted a 9.16 ERA, allowing 68 hits in just 38 innings. The Angels released him, and just like that, Tim Lincecum's MLB career was over. Since then, Lincecum has mostly disappeared from the spotlight. There were rumors of comeback attempts, but nothing stuck. Teammates describe him as quiet, artistic, someone who never cared for fame or media attention. He was always about the game, never about the spotlight. Looking back, Tim Lincecum's career is one of the most fascinating and puzzling in modern baseball. In less than a decade, he won 2 Cy Youngs, was a vital part of 3 championships, and struck out over 1,700 hitters. His peak from 2008 to 2011 was one of the most dominant stretches in MLB history. And yet, his decline was just as sudden, leaving him outside of Hall of Fame conversations. Some argue that his peak alone deserves a plaque in Cooperstown. Few pitchers ever reached the level of dominance he achieved. Others say longevity matters, and without it, his case falls short. But one thing is certain, Tim Lincecum left an indelible mark on baseball. He inspired undersized pitchers to believe they too could succeed. He showed that mechanics didn't have to be conventional to be effective. And he gave Giants fans memories they'll never forget. Strikeouts, no-hitters, postseason gems, and 3 championships. The Freak may be gone from the mound, but his legacy lives on in every kid who dreams of making it big, no matter their size or style. Tim Lincecum's career was short, brilliant, and unforgettable. And though Cooperstown may never call his name, to Giants fans and to baseball lovers everywhere, he will always be a legend. So, what do you think? Does Tim Lincecum deserve a place in the Hall of Fame? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible baseball stories.